I'm Dave from JoJo Jellet, and we all know that caffeine is one of the most consumed substances in the world. Most often found in coffee, tea, energy drinks, and soft drinks, this stimulant is a household name, and many praise it for its variety of benefits. You need to wake up in the morning, you need to stay up late to finish that report, you need to hit a focus in the afternoon, you want that extra surge of energy before that workout. In any case, caffeine has got your back. But what delivery method of caffeine can be named as the undisputed best? Ounce for ounce, we're going to pit 3 of the most popular sources in a battle to see who comes out on top. This is not a contest to see which one of the 3 drinks has the most caffeine, but overall which drink is the most well-rounded and best in class when it comes to giving us our much-loved caffeinated jolt. Ladies and gentlemen, gather around because today we will witness the heavyweights of caffeinated beverages. Coffee, tea, energy drinks. They're gonna square off in a battle royale. We will finally see who is the undisputed champion of caffeine delivery. So let's get this caffeine showdown started. First, let's demystify caffeine. Whether you drink coffee, tea, or energy drinks, you're likely not in it for the flavor alone. We all love a sweet hit of caffeine at certain points in the day, but speaking of that, what even is caffeine? We know that it gives us a jolt, but before we get into the showdown of all showdowns between coffee, tea, and energy drinks, let's take a quick look at what caffeine truly is. Caffeine, though naturally occurring, is still considered a chemical. The most common effect caffeine has is mental acuity or alertness. It works its magic by stimulating the heart, the muscles, the centers in your body that control blood pressure. And the central nervous system is also affected. It increases activity in those areas as well as giving you a rush of chemicals such as adrenaline and cortisol. If you keep your doses of caffeine in moderate amounts, it can make you feel focused and even refreshed and alert. But be careful though, because if you take too much caffeine and you ingest too much, you're going to feel edgy and anxious and you won't be able to sleep properly. Like me. Now that we have a better understanding of what caffeine is, it's time for the showdown. Who does it best? Coffee, tea, energy drinks? Let's find out. Alright, we've got tea up first. You can say we're about to tee off. The caffeine content of tea varies widely based on a lot of factors. Some consider tea a milder drink when it comes to caffeine, but as you're going to see later, that's not necessarily true. It's not always like that. So, how much caffeine is in tea? How does it stack up as a contender? There are a lot of variables. Here are just some of the details that dictate that answer. How hot is your water? And I'm asking you this because it's a little known fact that hotter water attracts more caffeine from tea. This is especially the case in certain varieties, which is why white tea and green tea are often made with water that isn't piping hot. Well, black tea, on the other hand, is remarkably good with boiling water. It's great. In addition to the heat of the water, leaving the tea bag in the water longer is going to give you a more concentrated dose of caffeine as it seeps from the tea leaves. Another side effect of steeping longer is stronger flavor. So, what other factors are at play here? Well, the honest answer is a whole bunch. There are a variety of other factors that play a part in the caffeine levels of your tea. When was it harvested? If the answer is the spring, the caffeine content is often higher. How was it grown? There's a method known as shading that induces stress in the shade-grown tea, resulting in higher caffeine content. How was it processed? An intact tea leaf is often lower in caffeine, whereas a leaf that is torn, crushed, or cut produces higher caffeine levels. Finally, different varieties of tea have different caffeine content. So, how does tea measure up? It's no slouch when it comes to caffeine delivery, and as we mentioned earlier, it's often misconstrued as weaker. That is not the case when you look at some of the heavy hitters such as vodka, yerba mate, and oolong. These teas can contain as much caffeine as an energy drink or a cup of coffee, no problem. It's also worth mentioning that tea is the most popular in terms of cups drank per day at 3 billion, though it's less popular than coffee in the United States. So where does tea land in the caffeine showdown? While it has versatility and an immense amount of customization in the way it can be prepared, it falls a bit short. It is no slouch in the flavor or caffeine department, but it does have a few flaws that cost it the title. Tea can be a bit time consuming to prepare, and there's so many variables during the process that it becomes difficult to get consistent results. Each cup tends to vary so much in caffeine content, potency, and flavor that each cup is a bit of a wild card. In the world of caffeine showdown, energy drinks are a first-class contender that punches above its weight. Often, though, energy drinks have a bad reputation as being completely unhealthy and borderline dangerous. Let's take a closer look at energy drinks and see what the truth is behind this popular caffeine juggernaut. But note, for this entry in the showdown, I'm not including any coffee energy drink hybrids. You know which one I'm talking about. Some of the benefits of energy drinks are that energy drinks aren't hot beverages, so they're much more refreshing than a hot coffee or tea, and they're more often than not carbonated. Being served cold gives an invigorating sensation when they're being served. Energy drinks are also very convenient. They don't need to be heated, prepared, or brewed. They're ready to go out of the can. They're also regularly available in gas stations, grocery stores, and restaurants. And the quality typically won't differ from place to place. You'll know exactly how much caffeine you're getting in each of these cans since it's measured, which is not the case with coffee or tea. This makes it easier to control and limit your caffeine intake. Additionally, it's often possible to drink an energy drink more quickly because it's not hot. This can lead to finishing the can faster, which means speedier caffeine delivery. In addition to caffeine, energy drinks often have other ingredients that can be beneficial in moderation. In the various energy drinks available, you can find ingredients like riboflavin, which can help with some blood disorders and muscle cramps. Vitamin B, which can help fight heart disease and generally improves your mood. B6, which boosts the immune system and nervous system's functions. And B12, which promotes a healthy digestive system, regulates the nervous system, and keeps your nerves and red blood cells healthy and well. It's a lot of stuff. While these ingredients do not occur naturally, it still helps to debunk the energy drinks are poison stigma. Most folks wouldn't expect an energy drink to have that level of additional nutritional content. Not all energy drinks are created equal, however. Let's take Bang energy drinks for example. Though they have many flavors, the nutritional information for each is essentially the same. In a can of Bang, there are 0 calories, 0 sugar, 0 cholesterol, 0 carbs, 0 fat, 0 protein, and 0 fiber. On the other hand, it contains only 40 milligrams of sodium, 85 milligrams of potassium, and up to 25% of the daily recommended values of vitamins like B12, B6, and niacin. Compare that to many other energy drinks that can have from 100 to 300 plus calories and are loaded with sugar. This proves that there are some energy drinks that are actually good vehicles of vitamins and can still provide a jolt of energy. One thing to beware of, a 16-ounce can of Bang has 300 grams of caffeine. So, where do energy drinks stand in the caffeine showdown? They take the cake when it comes to convenience combined with flavor selection, and the ability to know exactly how much caffeine you're taking in is also a major plus. Sadly, energy drinks do fall down a bit in a few areas. First, with their high caffeine content per can, they run the risk of dehydrating you more quickly if you have multiple cans. Make sure you drink your water. Also, some energy drinks aren't technically sold as foods, but as dietary supplements. This means that they don't have to adhere to standard food marketing and labeling regulations. You also have to drink an entire can once you open it, which can be an inconvenient thing and cause you to take more caffeine in than you actually want to. So, let's get to the good old classic. Coffee is a winner, hands down, when it comes to its aroma. Whether you're smelling the beans, the grounds, or the brewing process itself, it smells really good. Coffee shops are more pleasant places because of the deep, rich aroma, and even the minority of folks who don't drink coffee can appreciate the delicious scent. No one cracks open an energy drink and sniffs the contents. And while some tea can have a lovely smell, it's often soft and weak. Even though it clocks in at 0 calories on its own, coffee is actually one of the most prevalent sources of antioxidants in the diet of North Americans, so it definitely has its own health benefits. Not only does it have a decent level of antioxidants per cup, but the sheer volume of cups people in North America consume is a large factor. Studies actually show that people in North America get more antioxidants from coffee than they do from vegetables and fruit combined. Coffee also has more natural nutrients than one might think. When you drink a cup of coffee, you're also getting up to 11% of your recommended daily intake of riboflavin, magnesium, niacin, manganese, potassium, and vitamin B5. While some of these can be found in energy drinks, it's not naturally occurring. Some studies have even shown that coffee may lower the risk of type 2 diabetes. So where does coffee land in the caffeine showdown? It's definitely a strong contender due to its popularity and the divine smell that we've all come to love. Another major bonus is that of the 3 drinks, coffee is pretty much available for free at a lot of places or businesses. Coffee is extremely popular, affordable, and easy to access. It has incredible health benefits and reduces the risk of various conditions. It's also got a smell that is so good. Just a sniff can boost your mental activity. Like, it's so good. There's a lot to love. Who's the winner? Let's look at the health benefits. Coffee has far more benefits than energy drinks. And in fact, there are many reports that point to long-term and negative health issues that arise from drinking energy drinks. In terms of going pound for pound with tea, both have their health benefits, but the truth is there is no conclusive evidence on whether coffee or tea is a better health choice. So we'll have to call that one a tie. Now, let's take a look at convenience. Energy drinks win out on this one because they're grab and go, and tea last place because of the time you need to steep. Coffee does need to be brewed, but with the added convenience boost that comes from K-Cups, coffee pulls neck and neck with energy drinks. Finally, let's take a look at the popular vote. For energy drinks, 5% of adults drink an energy drink about 6 times a month. Another 2% will drink more than 10 per month. When it comes to tea, it takes the crown in terms of sheer volume, although coffee does come in close second in terms of cups drank. It does have a bit of an X factor in this category. While tea may be more consumed, it can be argued that there are less die-hard tea fans. Coffee drinkers tend to make their drinks a way of life, and it works its way into many parts of their lives. For this reason, coffee ties tea in terms of popularity. Less cups, but a more zealous following. Overall, it's a close call. With so many different facets to weigh, it was challenging to crown just one winner. At the end of the day, it varies from person to person, and it's really just a matter of preference, but after weighing all of the evidence, our winner of the caffeine showdown is coffee. Da-da-da-da. Don't agree? Well, then yell at me in the comments about why I'm wrong. While you yell at me, go grab a cup of JoJo Java and sip your way onto the like button. If you like good coffee, you might as well subscribe because that's what we talk about here. So, lastly, smash that little bell and follow the link in the description to get you some JoJo Java today. Bye-bye.